All right, avionics master is on. I've turned on the Aspen EFD.
200.
Hotel Executive Traffic Cherokee 1628 Hotel, turning downwind runway 18, Huntsville set.
We will send this to the panel. So I've created a flight plan from the prone intersection and just kind of created some waypoints. And we'll activate that and we'll hit direct to prone. All right, and so then we should have our autopilot following to prone, and then it should track those 2 points. And then what we do is when we get to that last point, I'll set up a hold in there just to show you how this autopilot will follow the hold with the GPSS steering. Autopilot we will set, and that works, and we'll turn it the other way, and that works, and turn it off. Very good. We'll set our initial heading to 103. Set our pattern altitude at 1700 here. We'll set our speed to 100 knots. That'll be our climb out speed. Executive Traffic Cherokee 08 Romeo, be departing 18, and I've got the traffic on base in sight. All right.
Hotel Executive Traffic Cherokee 1628 Hotel, turning final runway 18, full stop, Huntsville set.
All right, 18, everything's in the green. Instruments are in the green. Airspeed is alive. A little bit of a crosswind. 60, 65, and rotating. And we'll level it out and let it accelerate. There's 90. And we'll climb. So we've got the V-speed set on the Aspen. They're a little jumbled up together because they're all pretty close to each other. So I'm going to probably end up taking some of those off just to keep it a little bit more clean. And we'll go and climb on up to 3,500. So we'll go down here, we'll hit our button twice, and we'll set our altitude to 3,500. And then we're good. All right, you can see the little blue diamond there. That's my actual ground track. And we'll go and intercept our course. So we can turn our autopilot on heading mode. We'll hold down this, that sets our heading. And we'll turn autopilot on, and it should hold that heading for me. And then we can turn on our GPS steering, and now it should intercept my course.
39 Mike, turning base for 19 rounds.
There's 3,500 coming up. You can see my indicator there. So we'll lower the nose and we'll pull our power back a little bit. Let it accelerate. We'll pull a prop back some. Get a little rudder trim in there. And we are hands-free. All right, so we are 2 minutes to the prone intersection, which I've set. All right, let's turn on our altitude hold. All right, so it's telling me I've got a message. So I look over here to my GPS, and it says that it's going to be a steep turn, so we may overshoot our course during the turn. It's about a right angle, 90-degree turn on course, which is, it should be fine. All right, left to 019 in 8 seconds.
Traffic Bonanza 50.
I'm just giving a little bit of back pressure just to keep us in trim.
South-southeast, descending out of 2,700, entering left traffic runway 18, Tullahoma.
You can see it's set up at a standard rate turn. That's our rate of turn indicator there. And that matches perfectly with our turn in bank. And it should bring us on course here. Our next course automatically slewed to the 019 heading. I didn't have to touch a thing. You can change that setting. You can go here to menu, and this is auto course slew enable or disable. Also in the menu page, there's your V-speeds, which you can turn on and turn off. I've got best glide set, VA set, and VREF set, as well as rotate.
Executive,
And then VY, the others I've got set to 0. This is also where you can see what your battery power looks like and external power. And this is really sensitive, a lot more sensitive than a standard attitude indicator. It makes flying approaches a whole lot easier. So this has the data bar here. We've got our true airspeed, our ground speed, our outside air temperature, our wind direction and speed. And that is calculated from the remote sensor mounted in the tail. All right, so now we're going to catch our other point, and we'll be left to that. I'm going to go into our flight plan, and I'm going to have a hold set up at that intersection, just to show that it will fly a hold. So this little blue diamond is our actual ground track. And you can see with the crosswind out of the south, that's a little bit different than the actual heading. But all you gotta do is put that blue diamond on your course and follow it. You don't have to do any wind correction calculations or anything like that. So it's telling me I have a message. Let's go over here and see what the message is. It's telling me I need to switch fuel tanks, which we're fine. That was reset from before. All right, so we are 1 minute to this waypoint that I set up. And I've got a hold set up in that waypoint. So we'll see. It should intercept that hold. It should be a direct entry because it's just on the same heading. We should be entering that hold within the next 30 seconds or so. It's telling me we're going to hold direct on the GPS. And the GPS is driving, see it tell me the waypoint is here. GPS is driving my steering here. And this is just using standard 40-year-old Piper Auto Control 3B. I do have an altitude, Aztec 20 altitude hold. All right, now we are entering the hold. All right. And we are in the hold. Come back the other way on the other leg, and then we'll go straight. I'll set some of the headings, bugs on here and show you how that turns, and then we'll go fly and approach. So this is the Aspen E5. This is not the Pro 1000 PFD. It does have a few features that are missing. You don't have the trend lines here and here. You don't have the ability to set minimums. These buttons here are really non-functional in this, but you can upgrade this with a software upgrade to the Pro 1000 for really just the difference in price. But this really does all that I needed to do right now. All right, so my hold is giving me a hold right to 318.
39.
And we've got almost 20 knot winds out of the south that would normally push you off course a bit in this turn. We'll see how well the GPS is able to correct for that. That beeping you may hear is just
Oklahoma traffic, Mooney 6974 Victor 3 miles.
S-Tech telling me to retrim while I'm in the turn. I'll just kind of bump back on the yoke a bit, take a little pressure off. That's all it needs. It just senses the tension on the elevator cables. And we're rolling back in, and now we're inbound leg on the hold. 3.8 miles to that user point. An absolutely picture perfect holding pattern. And I didn't have to do a thing other than set up the GPS. It was even easy in the GTN to set up the hold. All you had to do was go in here and you go to your flight plan, and then you can edit all of these feet. You can set your course, whether it's a distance or a timed leg, how long are your legs, your direction of turn, right turn, left turn, inbound or outbound on that heading. You can preview it, and that's all it is to it. All right, so let's do this. Let's go to, I don't see much traffic around Fayetteville, so let's go set up and fly an approach at Fayetteville.
Tullahoma traffic, Mooney 6974 Victor's final 18 full stop Tullahoma.
All right, so we'll go to our flight plan. We'll add a waypoint, KFYM, and let's fly the procedure. Let's fly the RNAV 20, and we'll fly it from Zutke intersection. That looks good. And load and activate the approach. So now we should be direct to Zutke. Notice how my course automatically slewed to the correct heading of 350 to get me to Zutke. We will set up our procedure on my iPad. And let's see, let's brief our approach. So Zutke 3000 to Nivel, Nivel to Ondow, 2300 at Ondow, and then down to 1260.
A1655 Fox is entering the pattern on the left downwind.
AWAS is 35.275, we'll get that.
Point minus 3, 5,
And we'll switch over to
3006.
So this Autopilot really takes the workload off of me because I can review, look at traffic, and let the airplane fly. Fayetteville traffic, Cherokee 08 Romeo is 10 miles to the east. We'll be setting up for a practice RNAV approach to runway 20 from the north, Fayetteville. All right, approach plate is the correct approach plate. Nav radios are set, and comm radio is set. Procedure is loaded and confirmed. CDI sources on GPS ATIS we've got. An altimeter is set. Approach course is going to set automatically. Final approach fixes on down at 2300. Minimums will be 1260. We'll set those in a minute. And missed approach will be a straight out climb 3000 to Esbov. All right, in 1 mile,
7 Delta Delta is turning final, runway 20 Fayetteville.
we will be turning left on a heading of 285.
Franklin County.
Upper Cumberland traffic, Cherokee 36 kilo, departing to the east, Upper Cumberland region.
So left to 288 is what the GPS is telling me in 5 seconds. Getting my waypoint indication there. Means I'm coming up on a waypoint. And left to 288. It's slewed, my course slewed to 288. And I'll be turning left. All right, we should be able to descend now to 3000. So we'll set our, push that twice and set that, 3000. All right, forward landing checklist, landing light is on, fuel pump is on. Mixture will richen up just a bit. We've got our procedure activated and our CDI is set on GPS. And so we'll be down to 3,000 feet on our way to Nivel. And we'll turn our altitude hold back on there. Alright, we are 2 miles to Nivel. At Nivel, we will be left to a 195 heading. And then we'll be able to descend down to Andal. Don't know if we're going to be able to get in front of, behind that guy that's in the pattern or not. We'll see. Depends on how long it takes.
7 Delta Delta is entering the left downwind runway 20 Fayetteville.
Fayetteville traffic, Cherokee 08 Romeo is 10 miles north, be straight in runway 20. Doing a practice RNAV approach, so I'll keep the traffic in the pattern in sight and just, I can break it off if I need to.
Fayetteville Green, Bonanza 8533 Mike, going to bounce back to from midfield to the ramp area on 25, Fayetteville Green.
So we are going to slow it back a little bit and get it to our flap speed. There we are.
Traffic helicopter 579 Delta Golf reporting 6 miles to south of the airport. Flying direct to the FBO, Lawrenceburg traffic. And Florida traffic,
Turn altitude hold off. Just hold this altitude until we intercept our glide slope. We could drop down to 2300 and intercept from there, but it's a little bit less workload to go ahead and intercept up here. Our minimums are going to be 1260. There's our glide slope active, so we'll hit that. Bring this down to 1300.
Miles east of airport at 3,000. Shippable traffic.
And we'll set our heading there.
Traffic, Ultra 384 Hotel Sierra, approximately 10 nautical miles, due west, setting for the 45.
Fayetteville traffic,
Alright.
7 Delta Delta is turning left base, runway 20 Fayetteville.
Glide slope is active. We're inside our white mark here. When we get half a dot, we'll drop our flaps and start our descent.
Attention, all traffic, here's Cedartown, Georgia. We're talking to you if you're near the Polk County Airport, the 4 Alpha 4. We're going to chuck bodies out of an airplane 15,000 feet above the ground in 2 minutes, 2 miles south of Cedartown Field. If you all are flying around near Cedartown, Georgia, save yourself, avoid the chartered parachute area, and use caution. Woohoo!
Oh man, that's annoying.
Winchester traffic, Cherokee 5154 Whiskey, turning west crosswind, runway 18, Winchester traffic.
Alright, so we got 94 knot ground speeds. We want about a 450 knot, or 450 foot per minute descent rate.
Fayetteville traffic, Twin Comanche 1480 Bravo, is 8 miles to the southeast, inbound to land.
Charlie, departing traffic to the east. Sorry, save the traffic. 7 Delta Delta is on final, runway 20 Fayetteville. Full stop.
Fayetteville traffic, Cherokee 08 Romeo is 5 north straight in 20 Fayetteville. Fayetteville traffic, Cherokee 08 Romeo, 2 mile final, runway 20.
Winchester traffic, Cherokee 5154 Whiskey, turning left base, runway 18, Winchester traffic.
And there's our minimums. Everything forward. bit of right rudder. Pitch up.
Winchester traffic, Cherokee 515 for Whiskey, turning final runway 18, Winchester traffic.
Fayetteville traffic, Cherokee 0 Romeo, overflying the field, Fayetteville.
Alright, let's activate our missed approach and unsuspend. And we should be able to set our autopilot back on. And we'll go ahead and get our flaps down. Landing light and fuel pump are off. And watch out for the birds. Bring our prop back a little bit and we'll climb. And so that's an approach with the Autopilot and the Aspen. Really easy.
80 Bravo, Wing Command to 80 Bravo, cross the field, over it from the south.
Alright, so let's turn our GPS steering off.
Gonna enter back in on the
And
downwind
we'll
for 36.
set our heading right here.
Winchester traffic, November 29820, Sirius SR22, 13 miles to the northwest, 3,300 on descent, inbound Winchester traffic.
And we'll go due west, 270.
Chevrolet traffic, 2150 Golf. Entering 2 mile 45, runway 18, full stop landing. Chevrolet traffic.
Alright, we'll level out here. Alright, let's turn the autopilot off for a little bit and hand fly this thing. So overall, I really like the Aspen Edition. The attitude indicator is so much more precise. I don't have to mess with setting the directional gyro to the magnetic heading all the time. It automatically does that. It interfaces with the GPS steering perfectly with the Autopilot. I was wondering if I was going to have to consider a new Autopilot upgrade, but really with this Autopilot working as well as it is, I don't really see any need to do anything with it. I got to give a shout out to Tom Duncan with Tom Duncan Avionics in Fayetteville for helping out getting the Autopilot dialed in. He did some of it on the bench in the shop, and then was nice enough to come up with me in the airplane when we were doing the checkout on the Aspen, and fine-tuned some of the adjustments with the adjustment plate down here and the pot switches. And man, that just set this thing up just perfectly. So hopefully that'll last that way for a while. I really don't see a need to upgrade to the Pro 1000. Really, I don't see any features missing that I would like to have right now. As it is right now, everything works perfectly. I don't see anything else to do.
Executive traffic 0 Romeo, left base 18. Executive traffic, Cherokee 0 Romeo, final 18.
Little gusty crosswind.